All right. All right, all right, all right. What's going on? Hey, Mumu, thanks, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at this. 8 hero talents just came out. Let's see what happens. I'll throw my camera over here, I think. That's probably just better. See what happens here. Okay. What are hero talents? Yada, yada, yada. Balance and Guardian is a Loon's Chosen. We knew that one already. Wait, this isn't new, is it? Did they change anything in here? Full moon calls down 2 minor moons. That's normal, right? I don't think has anything changed with the Guardian balance one. Hey, Hydra, what's up, buddy? I don't think anything's changed here. Let's move on. Here we go. Feral plus Resto. This is Wildstalker. This looks really, really cool. Let's go bigger here. Okay, this is cool. Here's the so this is cool. This is like if you want to go Resto plus Feral. Obviously, you can go Resto plus Feral or Resto plus Balance. So there's no option to go Resto plus Guardian, which makes sense. Okay. Here we go. Thriving Growth. Rip and Rake damage has a chance to cause Bloodseeker vines to grow on the victim, dealing bleed damage over 6 seconds. Wild Growth, Rejuve, and Efflow have a chance to cause symbiotic blooms to grow on your target, healing over 6 seconds. Oh. So it's just a new dot or a new hot that you can apply depending on... It doesn't say depending on what form you're in. That's interesting. Here's the setup for the Druid, by the way. Feral, Resto equals Wildstalker. And then Resto plus Balance is Keeper. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, so you get a new hot and you get a new dot. Let's go down the middle because that tends to be the stuff that is connected to the top. Tiger's Fury and attacking from Prowl increase the chance for Shred, Rake, and Brutal Slash to critically strike. Casting Regrowth increases the chance for your periodic heals to critically heal. Wow. And Regrowth already has an incredibly high chance to critically heal if you're regrowthing a target that already has regrowth on them. So let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So that's interesting. Oops. I guess we can do this. That's fine. Okay. Entangling Vortex. Enemies pulled into Ursul's Vortex are rooted for 6 seconds. Or during Barkskin, your movement speed is increased by 10%, and every second, flowers grow beneath your feet that heal up to 3 nearby injured allies. Okay. Interesting. Kind of. Sort of. Just extra healing during Barkskin. When Bloodseeker Thorns expire, they explode, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies. When Symbiotic Blooms expire, flowers grow around their target, healing them and up to 3 nearby allies. Interesting. What's really interesting about this top one, actually, is that it does not include regrowth. Wild Growth, Rejuve, and Efflow. So you can't get the proc in Feral form. Like, I was thinking this would be a really cool overlap if a Feral Druid was proccing these flowers and stuff and, like, healing people. But that's not the case because the primary spell that you can cast as Feral is Regrowth. You get a free Regrowth cast right after you use your spenders. So there's no, like, actual crossover there, which is kind of... I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about that. Let's go to the bottom. Bloodseeker Vines increases the damage your abilities deal by 10%. Symbiotic Blooms increases the healing you do by 8%. That is so lame, dude. This is just really, really lame so far. There's nothing cool going on here. So I'm definitely disappointed, like, right away. This is just, like, really generic. Very, very generic. Hunt beneath the open skies. One sec, let me just change. Okay, that's good. Let me just check one more thing here. And that one's good too. Okay. Hunt beneath the open skies. Damage and healing while in cat form increased by 5%. Moonfire and Sunfire damage increased by 10%. I think we'll keep seeing them being very generic for balance. But, like, Mumu, some of them are, like, really, really cool. Like, they add entirely new... Like, the Paladin one, for example. The Paladin one adds an entire new ability. You get to, like, give people buffs. It's a totally new thing. This is, like, your Rip and Rake do more damage, and then you do more damage when you have Rip and Rake on. Like, what the hell is that? There's nothing cool going on here. I don't know. Wild Growth and Rake last longer. That's good for Wild Growth because you do more healing if there's more hots on an ally. So, like, the longer Wild Growth stays on an ally, the more hots they will have on them. So, kind of good for Mastery, I guess, for Resto. Resilient Flourishing. Bloodseeker Vines and Symbiotic Blooms last additional 2 seconds. So, instead of 6, they last 8 now. Yeah, like, this should proc off of regrowth. I don't understand. This should proc off of regrowth. Like, maybe reduce its effectiveness if it procs off of regrowth, but, like, it should proc off of regrowth because then there's actual synergy between Feral and Resto. I don't understand. When a target afflicted by Bloodseeker Vines dies, the vines jump to a nearby affected target for the remaining duration. Each active Bloodseeker Vine increases the damage of your abilities by 2%. Each active bloom increases the healing of your life bloom and wild growth by 2%. Oh, okay. Rip damage, 6%. Ferocious Bite, 4%. Rejuve, 3%. Lynx, we don't even cast Rejuve anymore. Have 10 talent notes for Incarn, then add a hero tree that adds damage for dots. OP. Yeah, exactly. Like, no one is coming out of cat form to cast these spells. Right, exactly. You're not going to... Even if you take Wild Growth... Oh, whoops. Wait, like, even if you take Wild Growth as a Feral Druid, which you're not, but let's say you did. So you go here, you got Wild Growth, right? Like, you're not going to stop to cast it, right? There we go. That's much bigger. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Sorry, guys. This is really tiny. You're not going to stop to cast Wild Growth, right? Wild Growth. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Okay, let's just keep going. Flow, Life Bloom. Like, everything is just more. Okay. Healing you receive is increased. Your regrowth healing to yourself is increased by 50%. Okay. That is insane for Feral. That is some real, actual overlap right there. All right. That is interesting. Feral can, like, actually giga heal themselves now. Because you get a free regrowth every time you use a 5-point spender. So, that's actually a lot of healing. And it's good for Resto. This is a great talent. This is the only good talent here so far. Legitimately. Twin Sprouts. When Bloodspeaker Vines or Symbiotic Blooms grow, they have a 10% chance to cause another growth. Okay. Feral Frenzy immediately causes a Bloodseeker Vine to grow. Casting regrowth that is made instant via Nature's Swiftness causes a Symbiotic Bloom to grow. Am I missing something here? Like, am I an idiot? Or is this just really, really, really boring? Like, you do an extra bleed, you do an extra hot. The Feral Mastery increases the damage of your bleeds. So I guess it benefits from Mastery. And the extra Bloom is an extra heal for the Mastery for Resto. But it's only for 6 freaking seconds. It's not very long at all. Like... I just don't understand. I thought this was like I don't know. I don't understand. I thought this was either supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a new thing, like with the Paladin tree where you get a whole new ability, or it is a really, really good meshing of the two, and this isn't any of that. This is Feral Druid and Resto Druid like next to each other, but they're not overlapping at all. The only one is this regrowth healing up by 50%, which is a massive talent, by the way. This Harmonious Constitution is good. But the rest of it is just like you do more dots and you do more hots. I just don't understand. I just don't understand, like, what's going on with this. There's no synergy there. Maybe there's not supposed to be. I don't know. Okay, Scale Commander. Og plus Dev. Okay, maybe you can play Dev and have a little bit of Og, and you're not forced to go Og anymore. I don't know. Hold on. Okay, Augmentation. Empowered spells cause your next eruption to strike up to 3 targets. When striking less than 3 targets, eruption damage is increased. Okay. Empowered spells cause your next Disintegrate to strike. Oh, okay. Disintegrate hits up to 3 targets. When striking less than 3 targets, Disintegrate. Holy shit. Disintegrate's going to do 75% more damage to single targets? What? Their single target is already good. Dev's single target is already good. 75% more if it's after an Empower spell? Cleaving Disintegrate is fun. This is already better than the Druid tree. Literally, that's cool. Cleaving Disintegrate is cool. Because then you can, like, actually change your tree a little bit if you want to, right? You could think about your tree a little bit more. You take all the, Disintegrate stuff, right? Disintegrate? I can't even spell. Like, you just take, you take Scintillation, you're taking Catalyze, I don't know, you're taking all this stuff, right? Disintegrate is 50 minutes. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. Disintegrate has a chance to launch Eternity Surge. I wonder if each one of the Disintegrates will have a 15% chance to launch Eternity Surges. That could be really cool. This is already better than this stupid Druid tree. Okay. Mass Disintegrate and Mass Eruption mark your primary target for 10 seconds. You and your allies have a chance to trigger a bombardment when attacking the marked target, dealing volcanic damage. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay, sure. Bombardments reduce the cooldown of Deep Breath and Breath of Eons by 1 second for each target struck up to 3. Okay. Wait, do other allies' bombardments reduce your cooldown? That's what it sounds like, right? You and your allies have a chance to trigger bombardment. So if they trigger a bombardment, it reduces your Deep Breath. That's actually really cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. Essence abilities extend bombardments by 1 second. How long does bombardment last for? Oh, for 10 seconds. Oh. Interesting. Bombardments have a chance to generate Essence Burst. Whoa. You already get a lot of Essence Burst generation as a, at least as a Devastation Evoker. I can't talk. A Devoker? You get a lot of Essence Burst procs already. This is giving me Simpsons Bombardment vibes. Deep Breath and Breath of Eons can now be steered in your desired direction. In addition, Deep Breath and Breath of Eons burns the target for volcanic damage. Does that matter, being able to steer that sucker? Like, I guess there's times when you, like, you load up your Deep Breath and then, like, somehow the pack gets moved. And so being able to steer, I guess, is kind of nice. Plus, it does damage. Okay, that's fine. Might be cool in PvP. Oh, yes, PvP. You're right, actually. That's actually very cool. Okay, left side. Black spells deal 10% increased damage. Okay. Deep Breath and Breath of Aeons cause enemies to take 20% increased damage from bombardments and essence abilities. Whoa. Wait. Any essence abilities at all? Like other evokers' essence abilities as well? That could be kind of nuts, right? You just 4-stack Evokers now. Augvoker, 2 Devvokers, and a Presevoker with like some tank. Obsidian Scales reduces damage taken. Knocking an enemy back or upwards reduces their damage done to you by 15%. Okay, there's actually situations where that's good. It's like Mythic Plus maybe. Entering combat grants a charge of burnout, causing your next living flame to cast instantly. Oh, damn, that's actually crazy. Mumu, you have to choose. You get all the talents on this tree, except for the choice nodes. There are choice nodes here: Nimble Flyer, Tailwinds, Extended Battle, Diverted Power, Hardened Scales, Menacing Presence. Those are all choices, so you do have to make one choice here, but you get every single talent point. And then you have to choose one of these hero talent trees. So you can either be a Scale Commander or a Chrono or a Ruby Adept. You get to choose one of the 3, okay? But then once you choose that, you can obviously flip actually between them. Like if you're a Devastation Evoker, you can either have Scale Commander or Ruby Adept. We don't know what Ruby Adept does yet. This is the Scale Commander tree. But you do get to choose every talent on this tree except for obviously the choice nodes. You have to make a decision there. For each second you are in combat, Azure Strike and Living Flame deal 1% increased damage up to 50. Wow. Wow. It's actually a lot. For like longer Mythic Plus pulls or a raid, right? For a raid, that's really good. While hovering, damage taken from area of effect attacks is reduced by 10%. Even more? DR? From AoE? Holy shit, they're going to be invincible. Deep Breath and Breath of Eons resets the cooldown of hover. That's kind of cool. A little bit of a PvP thing there. Okay. It's better. It's better than the Druid one by far. By far. There's actually some interesting interactions here. You're getting a buff to your single target damage for both specs, but you're also getting an AoE cleave on your main single target spender. That's kind of cool. Bombardment is cool. Hey, Vareen, thanks, buddy. Happy affiliate anniversary. I guess it must be telling you guys that I don't even realize that's what it was. That's cool. This tree is much, much better than this stupid Druid tree. That's for sure. I'm really disappointed by the Wildstalker. I was really, really excited for the Wildstalker tree, and it's like actually just so disappointing. Okay, the Evoker one is cool. Okay, Herald of the Sun. Here we go. Holy plus Ret. Here we go. So this is up here. Holy plus Ret. Holy Prism causes your next 2 Holy Power spending abilities to create a sunspot on your target, dealing radiant damage or healing over 8 seconds. You got a sunspot on you there, buddy. Wake of Ashes causes your next 2 Holy Power spending abilities to create a... Okay, Wake of Ashes. 10% of sunspot's damage and healing radiates to nearby allies or enemies. Wow. Oh my god. What the heck? That's like... Is that just not like a lot? That feels like a lot to me. That feels like... I don't know. It feels like a lot is going on with that. Holy Prism. So you have to play Holy Prism. Like you have to. That's really interesting. Holy Prism has typically not been taken until last season when it was really, really good with the tier set bonus. So very interesting. Eternal Flame replaces Word of Glory. Oh! Oh, damn. Heals an ally immediately and over 20 seconds. Healing is increased by 25% when cast on yourself. Wow. It literally replaces Word of Glory. Okay. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's like a... It's just a hot now. Now, you don't have as much of a triage spell anymore. I don't know how much this heals for. I have no idea what this heals for. So, like, this could be good. It could be bad, though. Sunspot's duration is increased by 2 seconds. So, instead of 8, it's 10. And Eternal Flame's duration is increased by 3 seconds. So, 23-second heal. Holy cow. I feel like this works really, really well with your beacons, right? Because, like, one of the problems, I think, with Holy Pally is that let's say you have Beacon of Virtue, so you have 2 beacons out. You cast Word of Glory on somebody who's dying. It heals them, and then it splashes to your beacons, but the beacon people are already at full health, so you overhealed entirely into your beacons. Having a heal over time go on a target and then do a small amount of healing over time on your beacons is more likely to actually heal them for real amounts of damage. So I feel like this could be a lot more efficient. Like, you're not going to be overhealing as much. 23-second hot is ridiculously long. That is like the longest hot in the game, I believe. I think Rejuvenation's 21 seconds. Riptide can go up to 21. Like, I think this will be the longest hot in the game. Sunspots leave an eternal flame for 12 seconds on allies or a greater judgment on enemies. Whoa! That is so good for Holy. Wait, greater judgment. Does Rhett have greater judgment? Rhett doesn't even have that as a thing. Right? Oh, no, it does. Judgment causes the target to take 20% increased damage. Okay. They have it here as like a greater judgment. Oh, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of Oh no, it is greater judgment. It's the same. Okay, it's the same thing. It's just it's different for each spec. Greater judgment for Holy causes the enemy to like not do a certain amount of damage. It like blocks the next 20,000 damage that they deal. But for Ret Paladin, it causes them to take 20% increased damage. Okay, cool. So Sunspots, Holy Prism, and then Wake of Ashes. So you press Wake of Ashes, and then your next like Divine Storm will put a sunspot on the enemy, which will automatically put a greater judgment on them. Or for Holy, you press Holy Prism, and then your next Word of Glory will automatically hit them with another Word of Glory. Oh no, it leaves an eternal flame on them. That's kind of cool. So you could do this. You could go Holy Prism into a Light of Dawn, and that Light of Dawn will trigger a sunspot. That sunspot will then leave a living flame, which is Word of Glory. So you're getting like both. You're casting both, basically. That's kind of cool. Actually, very cool. Your haste is increased by 4% for 12 seconds each time you apply Sunspot. Oh my god. So you get 8%, right? Realistically, 8%. Per window. Which, like, that window for Ret Paladin, like, Wake of Ashes is 40, it's 30 seconds. Wake is 30. I think Prism is 30. 20. Prism is 20. Okay. Every 20 seconds, you get this sunspot thing. That's actually really cool. I like this a lot already. I really like this for Holy. Holy would primarily would be what I'm playing. During Avenging Wrath, you become linked to your sunspots, causing radiant damage to enemies or healing to allies that pass through the beams. What? The beams? Holy Prism causes next use to create a sunspot. You're doing radiant damage or healing. The beams. Is it a beam now? Causing radiant damage to enemies or healing allies that pass through the beams. Reduce round 5. Activating Avenging Wrath applies 4 sunspots. Huh. Onto nearby allies or enemies. And increases sunspots damage and healing by 20%. Whoa. Damn. That's really, really cool. You know what? Okay, this is what pisses me off about this Wildstalker one, okay? I'm just going to go in on Wildstalker for a second. Look what this one did. Okay. The Paladin one has a whole new ability that you get called Sunspots. Very, very cool. Then they craft the whole tree around this sunspot idea. And it's easy peasy, right? Because you're just like, there's a sunspot on an enemy or an ally. we put in this ability and put in this ability, and it's good. Boom, boom, boom. It's all good, right? And then you link it up to Avenging Wrath. Good to go. Looks like a complete tree to me. They easily could have done that for Wildstalker. Just put in here something that interacts with your swarm, okay? So then you're forcing the Resto Druid or the Feral Druid to take Swarm. Take the Swarm and the other Swarm talent that makes it spread, and then make a whole freaking tree about Swarm. And your final talent could be something like using Incarn or using Tree of Life, automatically casts Swarm on 3 nearby allies or enemies, and immediately causes your swarms that are already active to jump to a new target. Like, that would be really, really cool. That's exactly what you could do with this. It's all about Swarm. Just make it all about that. You could do some stealth stuff with Swarm for the for Feral. I don't even know. Whatever. Like, whatever. You could easily incorporate that. Instead, they're just like, you do more damage over time, you do more healing over time. Just do this. Do this instead. Do the Sunspot thing. Do something that interacts with both specs together, right? Like, this is really, really cool. I feel like this dev, like, joined the dev team, like, 10 minutes ago. And this dev has been working on this Paladin thing for, like, months. And it's really good. And this dev was like, ooh, damage over time, healing over time, woo! Like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't get it. Like, pick an ability that both specs share, and then go all in on that. Just go all in on it and make it worth it. Make it worth it for them to pick up that talent. You know who doesn't traditionally pick up Adaptive Swarm? Feral Druids. It's just not meta right now. They never take these 2 talents. So do a freaking tree that makes them do it and makes it worth it for them to take it. That would be really, really cool. Imagine if one of the nodes on here, near the bottom, let's say, was every time your Adaptive Swarm jumps to a new enemy or an ally, you gain a combo point. Could you imagine? That would be so cool. That would, like, ramp up over time. All the swarms are jumping around. You're getting, it's probably overpowered, but, like, do you know how cool that would be? That's actually, like, interesting interaction now. You're getting crazy combo points from your swarm. Like, that would actually make it worth it to take this tree. But instead, they just... Oh, I don't get it. Feral Resto Tree is horrible in comparison to the Pal Evoker. It really has felt that way for Druid All X-Pack. Only the cool stuff since Dragonflight was trees and swarm. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Lynx. This tree is really cool. I haven't even looked at the left and the right stuff. This middle column, I am already sold on this Paladin tree. This is really cool. It's exciting. It's interesting. I don't even know if it's actually powerful or not because we don't have numbers. But conceptually, this is really cool. Every 5 seconds, your next Sunspot's damage or healing is increased by 5%, stacking up to 10 times. Whoa. So, for Prism, you're going to get 4 stacks of this. 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. That's 20% more damage or healing on your next Sunspot. That seems fine. For Ret is going to be every 30 seconds, so you'll get 30% more. Morning Star stacks twice as fast while out of combat. Oh. Yeah, Erasmus, these are the hero talents, buddy. We're going through some of the hero talents. While Sunspots are active, your Holy Power spenders deal 10%. Oh, that's actually really strong. Gleaming Rays is super strong. How you doing, Erasmus? Good to see you, buddy. Well met. Yes. The Paladin. Well met. Sunspots reduce the movement speed of enemies. This is PvP, right? Sunspots reduce the movement of enemies by 50% and increase the movement of allies by 20%. That's actually really cool. Even for PvE. That's actually really significant. More than you would think. Like, imagine mechanics that your casters, you have casters in the group, and they need to move quickly to get out of mechanics, but they still want to keep casting their spells. Think about, like, a Boomy, maybe, or actually, Boomy have instant cast spells. Maybe, like, a Shadow Priest actually can move quite a bit, too. Maybe a Warlock, I guess, would be the only caster that's actually going to suffer. I don't know. Giving movement speed to people is always really underrated in this game, and I think it's actually really powerful. Will of Dawn. Movement speed increased by 5% while above 80% health. While, when your health is brought below 35%, your movement speed is increased by 40%. Okay. That's definitely a PvP thing, but also just cool. Aurora. After you cast Holy Prism, gain Divine Purpose. Whoa. Whoa, that's actually sick. That's actually really cool. So, for Ret Paladin, you cast Wake of Ashes. It gives you 3 Holy Power. Divine Purpose makes your next ability free on Paladin. So, if we look at red here, it's down here. Holy Power abilities have a chance to make your next Holy Power free and deal 10% more damage. So, you press Wake of Ashes. It gives you Divine Purpose. That makes your next Divine Storm, let's say, free. You can go Divine Storm into another Divine Storm because you generate 3 Holy Power. That's going to put 2 Sunspots on enemies immediately, which is going to put more damage out right away. So that's really, really cool. That's a great little combo. So it's like Wake of Ashes, Divine Storm, 2 Sunspots are out, and you're good to go. Then you could pop Wings. I mean, you're going to pop Wings already. 4 Sunspots on nearby allies or enemies and increases Sunspots damage and healing. That's nuts! That's so crazy. Holy cow. Critical chance of Holy Shock and Light of Dawn up by 10%? Holy Shock already has a crazy crit chance. That's, I think the crit chance on Holy Shock is already like 40% or something. Additional 10% crit chance. It has more than that, doesn't it? Maybe they changed it. Holy Shock. It doesn't tell me. It's really high already. Holy Shock already has a high crit chance, so that's cool. Critical strike chance of Hammer of Wrath and Divine Storm increased by 10%. That's actually really, really cool. So Ret Paladin, Hammer of Wrath for Ret Paladin. Does this require crits? Yeah. Adjudication. Critical strike damage of your abilities is increased. Hammer of Wrath critical strikes cause a blessed hammer to spiral outward. So this is guaranteeing, not guaranteeing. This is increasing the crit chance of Hammer of Wrath, which is giving you a much better chance to proc adjudication. And oh, you can actually make it always crit. Never mind. That might be kind of useless then. So like, let's say you take Vengeful Wrath so that Hammer of Wrath are always crits. Then you can just take... Oh, no, you can't take anything else. Okay, whatever. You'd have to maybe not take that talent. Free proc will make it crit. No? Yes. Yeah, it will, Rasmus. Yeah. Okay, we can wait for movement. We'll wait a couple seconds here. I mean, this tree is, like, really crazy already. I just don't understand the Druid tree. I don't understand this. Pick an ability that Resto and Feral share. Just pick an ability. In fact, you could pick 2 of them. There's 2 abilities that Resto and Feral totally share. One of them is Swarm, and one of them is Regrowth. Just have all the talents in this tree centered around Regrowth and the Swarm. Actually, it should just be mostly Swarm. Swarm is really, really cool. I'm so bummed. Okay, let's keep going here. Holy Shock and Light of Dawn critical strikes cause your target to burn for additional radiant damage over 4 seconds. Okay. Or be healed for over... Oh my god. So you have Sunspots? Like, you're like a hot class now. Like, Holy Paladin is like 3 hots from this tree. Your Word of Glory is now a hot. Hey, Mumu, what's up? Your Word of Glory is a hot. The Sunspot is a hot over 8 seconds. Actually, 10 seconds. And then this Sun Seer is also a hot over 4 seconds. You literally have 3 additional healing over time abilities from this tree alone. Hammer of Wrath and Divine Storm critical strikes cause the target to burn for more radiant damage. Okay. Holy Shock and Light of Dawn have a 15% chance to cast again. What? Does that generate holy power? Oh my god. If this proc generates holy power, and if it can proc your divine purpose, that would be nuts. Oh, no, wait. They're generators. No. No, they're not. Well, Hammer of Wrath is. Divine Storm's not. Oh my god, Divine Storm casting again? That's nuts. That's actually really crazy. Hammer of Wrath casting again is actually also super good. Whoa, that's actually really good. Oh, you only get it if you're Ret, though. Holy Shock and Light of Dawn have a 15% chance to cast again as well. That's crazy. That's crazy. That second Sunrise is really good. That with the tier set, if it already cast again, can you imagine? I mean, the tier set will be gone, right? But, yeah. They're almost just kind of baking that in. That is from the tier set, basically, right? So, this tree is really good. This tree is really, really good. I would be really excited to play this as Holy, in particular. So we have both of the Holy trees now. Herald of the Sun and Lightsmith. Yeah, Mumu, this is next expansion. Yeah. For Holy Paladin, this is really cool. It adds 3 additional hots to your build. I think it's super cool. And you Unholy Prism as well. I like Holy Prism a lot. You just don't... There's no reason to use it right now. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Okay. We keep going. Okay, they're getting all the Paladin ones out of the way. Literally every Paladin one is just, like, out of the way already. So this is Prot plus Ret. This is the Templar. So we just had the Herald. We had the Lightsmith like 2 weeks ago. Now we have the Templar. So the Paladin dev is coming to work every day, and he's doing his job. The Paladin dev is there. The Druid dev is, like, working from home, just hanging out with his dog, going for walks. We don't know what the Druid dev is doing. We're not really sure. What the hell, man? Oh, okay. They're doing a specific ability. Eye of Tears replaced with Hammer of Light. Wake of Ashes is replaced with Hammer of Light. Whoa. So Eye of Tear is a big defensive ability for Prot Paladin. 1 minute cooldown. You can also make Eye of Tear do crazy damage if you want it to. So there's this talent here. This talent here is going to be really interesting, right? Eye of Tear deals 300% more damage and has a 25% reduced cooldown. So you're going to have to take both Eye of Tear and this talent, I think. Don't do him like that. And then Wake of Ashes also has talents that interact with it, right? Always important to remember this. Wake of Ashes has 2 talents that interact with it. It makes it strike 3 times, and then it makes it burn enemies. So I wonder if this triple strike on Wake of Ashes is going to be important here for the Hammer of Light thing, okay? This is going to be cool. Hammer down your enemy with the power of the light, dealing holy damage to the target and up to 4 nearby enemies. Additionally, calls down Empyrean hammers from the sky to strike 3 nearby enemies for holy damage. Costs 5 holy power. Whoa. Whoa. This only costs 3. No, this costs nothing. Whoa, this costs nothing. And now it costs 5. And the other one costs nothing as well. Eye of Tear costs nothing. And now it costs 5 holy power. Holy crap. Okay, let's see what it does. After casting Hammer of Light, you call down an Empyrean hammer on nearby target every 2 seconds. For 8 seconds, so 4 hammers. Okay. Crusader Strike, Hammer of Wrath, and Judgment extend the duration of Shake the Heavens. Okay, so more hammers. Crusader Strike, Hammer of Wrath, and Blade of Justice extend the duration of Shake. Okay, we're extending. Fairly boring so far. All we've done is convert an ability into a spender now. All the hammers, exactly. Hammerfall. You could tell there's a theme going on here. Shield of the Righteous, which is the prop paladin's main spender to get armor and do damage, and Word of Glory, which is the holy paladin's main spender, single target spender, calls down an Empyrean hammer on a nearby enemy. While Shake the Heavens is active, this effect calls down an additional hammer. Holy shit, there's literally just hammers everywhere. It's just non-stop. You're dropping hammers on people. That's all you're doing. Templar's Verdict and Divine Storm calls down an Empyrean hammer on a nearby enemy when Shake the Heavens is active. Okay. Okay. Very boring so far. You gain a stack of Light's Deliverance when you call down an Empyrean hammer. Oh, all the hammers mattered. All the hammers are going to matter. At 50 stacks, casting Hammer of Light empowers you for 12 seconds to cast Hammer of Light an additional time for free. Whoa. Man, they really just wanted to do one thing with this tree. They're like, wait, here's my sales pitch. What if we just do hammers? And everyone in the boardroom's like, oh, okay, yeah, hammers, yeah. What else? What else you got besides hammers? He goes, more hammers. Oh, yeah, okay, more hammers. What about the final node? What do you think? The final node is going to be more hammers. They're like, oh, shit. That is so good. More hammers. It's a little boring, but it's like very singular. This is cool. Getting another cast of it is very, very powerful for free. Very powerful. Hey, Fabby, what's up? It's about the hammers we spent along the way. Exactly. Latre, exactly. MC Hammer would be proud for real. Okay, so there's a lot of hammers. Let's see what else is here. Hammer of Light and Eye of Tyr deal 30% increased damage when striking only one enemy. This amount is reduced to 6% for each additional target struck. Okay. Okay. Hammer of Light and Wake of Ashes deals 30% increased damage when striking only one enemy. The amount is reduced by... Okay. Okay. Divine Toll grants up to 100% increased damage to your next 3 judgments when striking only one enemy. Whoa. The single target damage. Holy cow. Divine Toll grants 100% increased damage for your next 3 judgments. Wait. Wait. This is Prot and Red. Okay. Okay. Does Prot have any... There's Judgment stuff. Judgment has 2 charges. Grand Crusade reduces the cooldown of Judgment. So... It doesn't matter, though. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm trying to think about talents that synergize with it, but there's really nothing. When you cast Eye of Tyr, gain Shield of Vengeance at 10% effectiveness. Okay. 10% effectiveness is pretty low, but whatever. That's cool. When you cast Wake of Ashes, gain Shield of Vengeance. Okay, cool. Calling down an Empyrean Hammer has a 10% chance to reset the cooldown of Hammer of Wrath. Whoa! That is so good. Holy crap, that is so good for Ret. It's like good for Prot, but it's not amazing. Actually, you could extend the duration of your wings. Oh my god, wait. This is actually kind of nuts. Resetting the cooldown of Hammer of Wrath, you can then cast Hammer of Wrath with Zealot's Paragon and get an extension on your wings as a prop pally. For rep pally, Hammer of Wrath is just always critting, which could then go into adjudication and get more hammers spiraling outwards. Probably good for single target damage. Very, very good. Casting Judgment increases the damage of Empyrean Hammer. Okay. Sounds good. When Empyrean Hammer critically strikes. Wait, what's Empyrean Hammer? That's on the... Oh, it's in the tree, isn't it? Wait, Hammerfall. No, it's not. Hammer. No. No. Is it here? Adjudication. Final Reckoning. Hey, what's up, Turtle Fam? Empyrean Hammer. Am I missing something? Oh, it's up here. This is Empyrean Hammer. I'm an idiot. So, okay. When Empyrean Hammer critically strikes, 6% damage is dealt to nearby enemies. Enemies hit by this effect deal 5% reduced damage to you for 8 seconds. Oh, the Empyrean hammers are the hammers that fall. Oh my god, I lost my mind for a second there. Okay, okay. What? That's insane. Oh my god. So you press Hammer of Light, which is Wake of Ashes. You press Wake of Ashes, it calls down a hammer on 4 targets. No, 3 targets. The Empyrean hammers hit 3 targets. And then you keep casting hammers. And then your Divine Storm calls down a hammer. Every single time you call down a hammer, if it crits, 60% of its damage is dealt to nearby enemies. That is insane. There's going to be so many hammers falling down. And of course, you can take extra crit. 20% increased crit chance with wings. Holy crap, that's kind of nuts, actually. That's like way too much AoE damage. Zuko! Slick Greg, what's up, buddy? The Warlock tree is so good. Okay, Tim, we're going to get to it soon. Bonds of Fellowship. You receive 20% less damage from Blessing of Sacrifice, and each time its target takes damage, you gain... Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Holy shit, that's really good. That's amazing, actually. Movement speed for Pally is so good. Divine Seed lasts 2 seconds longer. It increases your movement speed. Oh, shit. That is also good. I want both of those. That's a great choice node. Really, really good. Hammer of Light applies Judgment to its target and increases your haste by 15%? What? What? That's insane. It applies Judgment, which makes them take more damage. 15% haste? On a 30-second cooldown? That's crazy. Eye of Tyr grants 3 holy powers. So, Eye of Tyr costs 5 holy power now, and then it generates 3, so it only ends up costing you 2, essentially. Well, you still have to spend 5 to cast it, but you get 3 back right away. That's actually pretty good as well. Okay, this tree is really good. It's a lot of damage. There's an enormous amount of damage from these friggin' hammers that are... This is just literally hammered in. This is the hammered in build. They built it. They've literally created... It should have been called Hammered in, not Templar. Ew, who wants to be called Templar? It's Hammered in. That's kind of neat. Ooh, Trickster. Okay. Outlaw and Sub. So Fatebound is Outlaw and Assassin. Deathstalker is Sub and Assassin. Makes sense. Fatebound. Trickster is Sub and Outlaw. Okay. Here we go. Feint. Whoa, it's based on Feint. Whoa, that is so cool. Feint now grants 2 combo points and quickly slashes with an unseen blade, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Targets struck are phased. Phased enemies take 10% more damage from you and cannot parry your attacks. What? Does that include bosses? Like raid bosses? Holy shit. That's insane. What, like, and like PvP, rogues against Death Knights. Bye-bye Death Knights. No more parry for you. Feint grants 2 Feint is like a 20-second cooldown, right? You just get it baseline, right? No? Yeah? Wait, where is it? Is it here? Am I not looking at it right? Feint. F-E-I. Feint has an additional charge. Yeah, it is just baseline. Is it spec maybe? It should just be here. Sinister Strike, Cheap Shot, Stealth, Sinister, Fleetfoot. I don't know where it is. It should be showing. Something's bugged. It ain't showing, boys. But I do know that it's there, and I know that it's pretty much a baseline ability. I just can't find it right now. In class? I looked in class. Like on the class tree? Blind. You don't have to take it. You just get it, right? Hey, Dead Zone, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, you just get it baseline. It should be showing, but it's not. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Critical Strikes, Detection, Pair. I just want to look one more time. Rogue, Sinister, Eviscerate, Cheap Shot, Stealth, Fleetfoot, Ambush, Crimson Veil, Assassinate, Cripple. There it is. Holy crap, I'm blind. I'm literally blind. Sorry. Okay, so it's 35 energy, and it's a 15-second recharge, and you can get 2 of them. Holy crap, dude. There's a hair on my mic, boys. Send help. Okay, so it now grants 2 combo points on a 15-second cooldown. 2 charges, 15-second cooldown. Get 2 combo points, do 5% more damage. That is completely insane. You take 5% reduced damage. What? More damage reduction? Fame reduces area damage taken? What? Evasion. Feint also reduces non-area effect damage by 20%. What the flip? So now you can have 50% avoidance with 2 charges on a 15-second cooldown. And you can talent into this, reducing all damage you take. You're literally unkillable. Like, rogues are already unkillable, but this is just over the top. Killing Spree causes targets to... Whoa. Killing Spree? They're going to get you to take Killing Spree? No way, dude. Nobody takes this talent. Nobody takes this talent. I'm telling you right now. They really want you to take this talent. Killing Spree causes targets to be phased for 5 seconds. That's huge. Secret Technique causes targets to be... Oh, that is way better. The sub one you actually use. You actually use Secret Technique all the time. It's like your top damage most of the time. Killing Spree nobody uses, so they really want you to take this. Killing Spree also has a defensive component now as well, by the way. 100% of the damage taken during... Sorry, I'm blocking. 100% of the damage taken during this effect is delayed and taken instead over 8 seconds. So a bit of a defensive component there. When it comes to your passive, did they just get rid of it? They did, right? Is it baseline? Let's look at the spec here really quick. Restless Blades. Finishing moves to reduce the remaining cooldown of Adrenaline Rush, Between the Eyes, Blade Flurry, Blade Rush, Ghost Leak, Grappling, Keep It Rolling, Killing Spree. Hey, Rich, thanks, buddy. So this reduces the cooldown of Killing Spree as well. So there's a world where you take Killing Spree because it applies phased now, which gives you 5% more damage. It might not be that good. I don't know. Distract now creates a cloud of smoke for 10 seconds. In that you would have a 20% chance to be dead. Well, maybe. I think people over-exaggerate how bad Killing Spree is. I've used it plenty of times. It does not kill you that often, unless you're a complete moron. Distract now creates a cloud of smoke for 10 seconds, and its cooldown is increased to 90 seconds. Attacks from within the cloud afflict targets with phase. Wow, that's so cool. That is really, really cool. You have a new ability now. Finishing moves have a 10% increased chance to critically strike phase targets. Damn. Okay. That's also very good. Okay, here's the capstone. For Outlaw, after 4 strikes with Unseen Blade, your next dispatch will be performed as a coup de grace, dealing 40% increased damage. If the primary target is phased, gain 5 stacks of Flawless Form. The fuck is that? Oh, it's up here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. For sub, after 4 strikes with Unseen Blades, your next Eviscerate or Black Powder will be performed as a coup de grace, dealing 40% increased damage. If the primary target is phased, gain 5 stacks of Flawless Form. Okay. Let's look at Flawless Form. Unseen Blade and Killing Spree grant 3% increased mastery for 5 seconds. Multiple applications may overlap. So you get 15% mastery when you get this coup de grace. 15% mastery. That's definitely better for sub, right? Than I think it is for outlaw. But maybe there's like a mastery build for outlaw. It's main gauge, right? Main gouge. May have 30% chance to trigger an offhand attack that deals damage. It's definitely better for sub, I would say. But maybe there's something you can build here. Maybe there's like a mastery build for outlaw rogue that's actually good. We need to look here. Unseen Blade and Secret Technique grant mastery. Yeah, definitely better for sub, for sure. Slice and Dice grants 10% additional attack speed and gives your auto attacks a chance to trigger Unseen Blade. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. Taking area damage while Feint is active or dodging while Evasion is active triggers an Unseen Blade. Oh my god, that is so good. Flicker Strike, that's cool. Elaborate Troll increases the duration of Flawless Form by 2 seconds. Okay, so 7 seconds of mastery. That's really good. Okay, left side. Attacks that generate combo points deal 25% increased critical strike damage. Oh my god. Generate combo points, though. So that does not count for Between the Eyes. Between the Eyes is a... No, Between the Eyes is a generator, right? Oh my god, that's so insane. Right? No, it's a spender. It's a spender. It's a spender. Sorry. I'm an idiot. It's a spender. Never mind. False alarm. False alarm. So, generate combo points. Okay. That's, you know, that's good. Tricks of the Trade's threat reduction duration is increased to an hour. Damn. Interesting. Blind and Shroud of Concealment have 10% increased reduced cooldown. Why would you ever take this Tricks one? That's just bad, right? Isn't it? Wait, how long does Tricks last? Oh, it lasts for an hour. Oh. So you only have to press it once at the beginning of a dungeon. Oh. Instead of pressing it every 30. Okay. Instead of pressing it on every pull. Okay, that's actually good. Blind and Shroud have 10% reduced cooldown. Pickpocket and Sap range increased. Okay, interesting. Killing Spree deals 10% more damage and has 10% reduced cooldown reduction. Oh. This is like a Killing Spree build for Outlaw. I am down for that, man. I am down. I love Killing Spree. It sucks that you can't use it. I love that ability. I wish it did a little bit more damage, but here you go. It's doing more damage now. This is a very, very strong tree. I mean, turning Feint into a DPS combo point generating ability is disgusting. Like, that is really strong. It's already a good button to press, but now you're just going to press it all the time offensively. That's completely insane. Like, very, very good. That tree is going to be broken as hell. Diabolist. Here we go. It's Warlock time. What do you mean you won't, Rid? I mean, you have 2 charges of Feint on a 15-second cooldown. You're going to be casting it at least once or twice per pack, right? You're going to cast it all the time. I think it'll be, you know, I think you're just going to be using it all the time to generate those combo points. It will deal damage, Rich. You got to look at the rest of the tree. Feint now generates 2 combo points and quickly slashes with an Unseen Blade, dealing damage to nearby enemies. So now you're going to use it all the time now. That's what this tree is all about. Because you, yeah, it's what it's all about. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a little bit riskier probably because you have to be using Feint like almost all the time. But I mean, you can get 2 charges of it. So I would get Graceful Guile and then just take. You can reduce the cost, right? Instead of it costing 15, it'll cost friggin' 5 energy. Completely broken. 5 energy, right? Because it only costs. Where is it here? It costs 35. Sorry, so it costs 20. 20 energy. That's still reasonable. Or 25. And then you can take Elusiveness too. And then you have all the defensive stuff as well. Rich, it is part of the rotation for this thing. What the fuck are you talking about? 100% it'll be part of the rotation. You have to use it if you're going to play the this Trickster thing. Otherwise you're not going to take Trickster. You just have to go something else. Did you just go read this tree then? I don't think you read the whole tree. Go read it and then you can let me know what you think cuz you're just wrong. I mean, if you're going to take Trickster, you have to press Feint offensively or else it doesn't make sense. Hey Steel, what's up, buddy? Okay, let's look at Warlock. This is Demo plus Destro. Okay. Spending a soul shard grants Diabolic Ritual for 20 seconds. While Diabolic Ritual is active, each soul shard spent reduces its duration. Diabolic Ritual. Okay. When Diabolic Ritual expires, you gain Demonic Art, causing your next ability that costs soul shards to summon an Overlord, Mother of Chaos. An Overlord, Mother of Chaos, or Pit Lord. Whoa. Whoa. Mumu, not all the trees. No, I think this is just one of the Warlock ones. There might be 2. No, that's Colossus. Yeah, just 1 Warlock tree so far. 1 Warlock tree. Okay, so Diabolic Ritual. When Diabolic Ritual is active, each soul shard spent reduces its duration. When Diabolic Ritual expires, okay, so you start this buff and then you have to reduce its you reduce it down every time you spend a soul shard, and then you summon this dude. Either an Overlord or a Mother of Chaos or a Pit Lord. Okay. Diabolic Ritual increases the damage of your next ability that costs soul shards by 30%. Oh, damn. And reduces its cast time. That's really good. Nether Portal, summon Demonic Tyrant, and summon Infernal. Grant Diabolic Ritual and reduce its duration by 3 seconds. Damn, that's good. Your soul shard spending abilities decrease the duration of Diabolic Ritual by 1 additional second when your Tyrant, Nether Portal, or Infernal is active. Okay. Damn, you're going to be summoning these dudes all the time. That's crazy. Hey, Lagars, what's up? Do I still play WoW and do I... Yeah, I do. Both those things, buddy. That's not what I'm doing, Rich. I just disagree with you. I think you're going to be using this at least once or twice per pack. Like, guaranteed. Otherwise, this buff is literally useless. You're trying to get this coup de grace buff going, right? At the bottom. If you don't press Feint, you're not getting this going. So it's like, your argument just doesn't make any sense. I just don't know if you've actually read this whole tree. And I just disagree with you. I'm not saying you're an idiot. I just think that you're not making any sense here. It makes complete sense to me that you're now going to be pressing Feint at least, I would say, once or twice per pack, depending on what's going on. Okay. Nether Portal. Your soul shard spending abilities decrease the duration of Diabolic Ritual by 1 second. I read that. Sorry. While you're doing... Okay, so that's an interesting choice there. You either get an additional Diabolic Ritual, you get an additional one, or you just reduce the regular one that you have every time this is up. Or every time your main cooldown is up. So it's like you can index your power into your main cooldown, or you can have it outside of your cooldown. I guess would be, yeah, that'd be the opposite of that. Okay. Grimoire, Felguard, and Cataclysm gain additional effects. Grimoire, Felguard lasts 3 seconds longer and its cooldown. Whoa, 30 seconds. That's, wait, Grimoire and Felguard, isn't that only like a 1 minute cooldown? I think that's only a 1 minute cooldown, right? That's Demo. It's up here, right? Well, that's Demonic Strength. Oh, here it is. It's a 2 minute cooldown. Okay. So now it's a minute and a half. Okay. Casting Cataclysm summons an Overfiend that casts Chaos Bolts 2 times. Whoa. That is so good. You can Havoc that, right? So you go like... You go Havoc into your Cataclysm. And then this guy pops out and he does 2 Chaos Bolts, which turns into 4 Chaos Bolts. That's insane. I'm assuming you can Havoc it. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Summoning a Pit Lord causes your next Hand of Gul'dan or Chaos Bolt to become Ruination. You have to summon a Pit Lord. Okay. Ruination, call down a demon-infested meteor from the depths of the Twisting Nether, dealing chaos damage on impact to all enemies within 8 yards and the target, and summoning 3 Wild Imps. Damn. The Wild Imps don't matter for Destro, really, right? That's interesting to me. Hand of Gul'dan or Chaos Bolt to become Ruinate. Calls down a demon-infested meteor. Okay. Summoning 3 Wild Imps. Okay, I mean, whatever. You just get 3 Wild Imps, I guess. More summons for the for Destro. Or for Demo, sorry. Enemies damaged by your Overlord have their souls cloven, increasing damage taken by you and your pets by 10%. Okay. You always gain the benefit of Soul Burn when casting Demonic Circle Teleport. Okay, so PvP. And increase your movement speed by 50%, making you immune to snares and roots. Damn. That is nutty. That might be nutty. Just more pets? Yeah. But the pet damage for Destro doesn't really matter, right? Because they don't get any pet, like, scaling. Whereas for Demo, it's really good, is all I'm thinking, Steel, for this final one. The 3 Imps are kind of, like, tilting it a little bit more towards Demo. Whereas Destro doesn't. Destro gets the damage from them, but, like, that's all you get. Howl of Terror, cooldown reduced. Okay, PvP. Fire damage increased by 2%, and damage dealt to your demons is increased by 2%. Oh, by your demons. Okay. Cool. Just damage. Mother of Chaos empowers your next Shadow Bolt or Incinerate to become Demon Fire Barrage. Channel a barrage of 4 Shadow Bolts at 150% effectiveness toward the enemy target. Wow. Like, I wonder how often you can summon these things. It's going to be happening, like, all the time, right? I know you have to cool down this thing. It starts at 20 seconds, and you have to bring it down. So, like, halfway through, like, a pack, you're gonna have the ability to summon one of these guys, and then you're gonna get buffed. You'd have to get really good at, like, reducing the cooldown of this thing. I don't know. I'm not sure how good it is. The buffs are crazy, though. Unending Resolve heals you for 30% of your maximum health? Oh, my God. Do they really need more sustain? That's insane. Another heal for Warlock? That's so crazy. Unending Resolve grants Soul Leech equal to 10% of your maximum health. What? Again, both of these are actually friggin' crazy. Wow. Hand of Gul'dan does 50% increased damage for each soul shard spent. So that's what? 3, right? Hand of Gul'dan, you want to spend 3 shards, right? Generally. So that's 45% more damage. Enemies marked by Havoc take 5% increased damage from your single target spells. Okay. This feels better for Demo, for sure. Just like, you know, on like doing napkin math in my head on this, looks like it's better for Demo. Because you're getting summoned creatures, period, right? You're getting a bunch of summoned creatures. Which is automatically better for Demo. And then you get the extra imps for Ruination. Hand of Gul'dan doing 45% more damage is crazy. That's better than your Havoc, Chaos Bolts. Like, it's just better, I think, than the Destro one. I don't know. Definitely feels like more of a Demo tree. For sure. Maybe the AF Destro will be better for Destro. Yeah, for sure. I bet you the AF Destro one should be like Immolate and stuff, right? Immolate damage. A lot of damage over time stuff, probably, right? Okay, last one. Colossus. Arms plus Protection Warrior. Developer note. The Warrior tree will be updated in the War Within to make the Shockwave talent more easily accessible. We wanted to call this out as the Colossus tree interacts with Shockwave. Okay, cool. So they're giving some Shockwave stuff here. You get a new ability called Demolish. 45-second cooldown. Unleash a series of precise and powerful strikes against your target and enemies within 8 yards of it. You can block, parry, and dodge while using this ability. Damn. Okay. Demolish. Colossal Might. Mortal Strike and Shield Slam grant a stack of Colossal Might. Colossal Might increases the damage dealt by Demolish by 10%. Stacks up to 5 times. So 50% more damage, likely, on Demolish. Damn. Colossal Might increases the damage of Overpower and Revenge by 2%. Okay, so okay, so like while you're building this buff up for your big Demolish, you're getting a bonus on Overpower and Revenge. 10% damage. Okay, fine. Mortal Strike and Shield Slam critical strikes grant an additional stack of Colossal Might. Okay. Okay. Colossal Might now stacks 10 times, up to 10. If you would gain a stack of Colossal Might and are at max stacks, the cooldown of Demolish is reduced by 2 seconds. While channeling Demolish... It's a channel? Oh, I didn't see that. It's a channel. Oh. I wonder how long it is. While channeling Demolish, you are grounded, making you immune to stuns and effects that move you. Holy cow. So you can block, dodge, parry, and you're immune to stuns when you're channeling this sucker. This is, like, really good for PvP, but also good for PvE in certain circumstances, right? Interesting. So this stacks 10 times now. So that makes this do 100% more damage. And 20% more damage on Overpower and Revenge. That's pretty good. And then if you're at max stacks, and you would gain a stack of Colossal Might, you reduce the cooldown of Demolish. So I wonder what the actual cooldown of Demolish will be. Maybe it's something like 30 seconds? Maybe you can take 15 seconds off the cooldown? That'd be really interesting to figure out. Martial Expert, your critical strike damage is increased by 10%, and the amount blocked by your critical blocks is increased by 10%. Okay. Shockwave, Cleave, Whirlwind, and Revenge do 5% more damage per target hit. Okay. So 25% more damage. Colossal Might increases the damage of Rend and Deep Wounds by 2% per stack. That's actually kind of crazy. So 20% more damage on Deep Wounds and Rend. That is really good for Arms Warrior. Mortal Strike and Shield Slam deal more damage. Okay. Shockwave stun duration is increased by 2 seconds. That's actually very good for Mythic Plus. That's like a 5-second stun now. I think it's 3 seconds baseline. Shockwave also knocks enemies into the air. And its cooldown goes down by 5 seconds. Whoa. That's really good. So Shockwave is a 2-second stun. So it goes up to 4 seconds now. Then you can reduce its cooldown by 15 seconds with that talent. You get another 5. So that's 20 seconds off the cooldown. It now becomes a 20-second cooldown in AoE. And it knocks enemies up. So if they're stun DR'd, like you're getting no stun value anymore, you're going to knock them up anyway, which is really good. That's really, really good for a CC. Oh, you can't get both of those. Sorry, you can't get both of those. You have to choose one. Total damage prevented by Ignore Pain increased by 15%. Whoa. I don't quite understand what that means, but that is really good. Ignore Pain blocks damage up to a cap. It actually has like a damage number cap. So they're just upping that cap. But it's like different, I think, depending on... Yeah, Steel, it's up here on the note, actually. The Warrior Tree will be updated in the War Within to make Shockwave talent more easily accessible. Just so that is good. Yeah, I did see that. Taking damage has a low chance to give you second wind. Oh, that's pretty good. I wonder what that means. Low chance is usually bad, but that's second wind is really powerful. You deal 5% more damage and take 2.5% less damage. Size increased by 5%. That's hilarious. Okay, I like this tree. It's very simple. You get a very powerful ability. We don't know how much damage it does. Instead of it being a 45-second cooldown, it's likely going to be a 40-second cooldown or a 30-second cooldown, potentially how much you can reduce its cooldown by. You're getting like 20% more damage on Overpower and Revenge. This thing will deal 100% more damage. I don't really know what that means yet. And yeah, it's very simple. A couple shockwave things, but I think it's probably simple, but like fine. You know, it's probably good. A lot of extra damage for Pot Warrior for sure. And a lot of extra damage for Arms Warrior as well, which is good. Very cool. All right, those are all the trees that they released today so far, guys. This is my initial impressions. I do have to run. I got to go get my kids from school, but that's pretty wild. If you guys have any thoughts about the trees, jump into my Discord and let me know what you think about these trees, because these are pretty cool. Yeah, there's some good trees here for sure. So I think this one's we already knew about this one, right? But let me know what you guys think in the Discord, and I'm going to keep covering these. I'll probably do a video on these later today, and yeah, it should be fun. So let me know what you guys think. I got to run. I will be streaming again tonight when we are raiding. So come for that. Come hang out. We'll have a blast. I just wanted to do a quick stream to get my initial impressions on these, but thank you guys for being here. I will catch you all tonight. All right? Peace out.